See how shiny that is? It's not real sticky right now. When the sun comes out, it's just like glue. Can you guess what car this is? Today's project, we're going to work on Addison's dash in her new car. Well, new to her. Let's get started. Alright, so some of you may have saw my video where I put a touchscreen Apple CarPlay radio in Addison's 2008 Yaris. Well, the Yaris is no more. She was in a little accident and her car got smushed up between two other vehicles and it's totaled and the Yaris is gone. Here's the new car for Addison. It's a 2010 Toyota Camry. We do like Toyotas around here. Now, if you know anything about Toyotas, you'll know that mid to late 2010s was not a good time for Toyota vehicles. From 2007 to 2009, they had a drinking problem. They loved to drink oil. In 2010, they fixed that problem. But one problem they didn't fix was their melty dash. So during this time frame, Toyota used some different kinds of materials in some of their plastics on the inside of their cars. They used a soy-based material on wiring in their cars, and that also caused some issues with rodents chewing on them. I guess they liked the smell and taste of the wiring, so that was an issue. But the issue we have on this car is the dash is melting. It's not real bad right now. And in fact, I've seen much worse. But this one needs to have something done about it. So what we have here is a carpeted dash pad. And you can get these on Amazon. They're made specifically for the dash in this car to cover up the sticky part. Now, if you have a 2010... Actually, I think it was 2007 to 2011. I think that's the correct time frame. Toyota that has the sticky dash problem. If your dash is not sticky, consider yourself lucky, first of all. Second of all, you probably should do the same thing I'm doing. And that's cover it up with something, because it's the sun that causes it to do this. So, if you do have it, then go ahead and cover it up. If you don't have it, maybe you can keep it from happening. So what we're going to do here is we're going to clean this dash with some alcohol so that the Velcro adhesive strips that come with it will stick to the dash. And then we're going to test fit it, make sure that it fits okay. And then we're going to stick the Velcro strips down in some important places that they need to be, and then we'll go ahead and put the dash pad on. And one thing about this is, in the wintertime, it's really not that bad. In the summertime, it gets really bad. One issue, though, that it does cause year-round is because this plastic gets real shiny. It creates a glare on your windshield. And that can be dangerous, of course. All right, let's get this dash cleaned up a little bit. So being in the springtime here, it's still pretty cool. And the dash is not real sticky right now. You can clean this pretty easy. I'm just using rubbing alcohol and a paper towel. In the summertime, if you're doing this, you may not be able to clean it. But I have heard of people doing this and not even putting the Velcro pads on them, just sticking it to the dash. That's how sticky these dashes get. Now, the main reason why you want to do this is to get any chemicals or anything off of the dashboard that will cause the adhesive back on the Velcro not to stick. A lot of times people do lots of use lots of different things on these dashboards to try to straighten them up and make them look decent, so you never know what's on it. So this gets any of the Armor All or any of that kind of stuff on it that anybody has put down. Now this particular dash pad has cutouts. One of them for this little display screen up here, and also one of them for the sensor right here, and that sensor is for the automatic headlights, and you don't want to cover that up or your automatic headlights won't work. So this has a small hole in it, if you can see that right there, and that's where the sensor is supposed to stick up. So that's one place you really want to make sure that your Velcro is, so that it will keep that hole lined up. Also, you want to position it so that the slit in the cover allows this display to show through and you can see everything there. And then the other important places would be down here on this coming down next to the radio, because there's two pieces that come down and you want those to stick. You don't want those flopping around. Also over on the sides, and one of the big reasons why you want to make sure you put some on the sides is because you don't want to be driving down the road and the wind blow through the window or something and make this thing fly up in front of your face so you can't see. So this kit I bought comes with 20 of these pieces of Velcro. It's actually only 1/2 of the Velcro. The carpet on the cover itself will actually stick to these, so there's no reason to stick so good it pulled them off of the paper. So there's no reason to need the other side. It'll just stick right to the carpet itself. Alright, so I'm going to test fit this. And one thing you want to make sure you do as soon as you get this, if you can, lay it out in the sun so that it will take the wrinkles out. It's been cold here. We've not had any sun for days. It's been raining, so I haven't had a chance to do that. But it will flatten out more the longer that it's on the car. Seems to be a decent fit other than the wrinkles, but like I say, those will flatten out as it sits in the sun. I'm going to put a couple of these, one here, one here, one here, one over here on this side, and one back here to hold that part down. On this part, I'm going to put maybe 3 across here to make this lay down flat, 3 across here to make that lay down flat, and then one back here close to the daylight sensor so that the automatic lights will work correctly. We'll make sure that's positioned good. As you can see, I kind of got these spread around, and like I said, there's some key places you want to make sure you get them. You want the edges to lay down, you want the edges at the windshield to lay down flat, and you want to make sure it lays down next to where this opening is up here, and also up there where the daylight sensor is. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get this stuck down now. guys, got it on there. Not without a fight. All right, a couple of things I'll say about this. Number one, the Velcro strips do not stick. Some places they stuck fairly good, other places they didn't. I'm going to give this a few days, the sun shining on it. Maybe it will stick a little better. But as it stands right now, they do not stick very good. Second thing I will say is the fitment is pretty good. It matches the dash, the contours of the dash pretty good. Definitely would look a lot better once the sun has hit it and made it lay flat. The third thing I'm going to say about it is it definitely should have came with more Velcro. The ones they give you, there's 20 of them, but it's really not enough to hold this down in the areas that it needs to be held down in, where the contours and stuff of the dash are. Overall, I'm going to give it a C-. It may get a little better grade once it sets in the sun and flattens out. Maybe the Velcro sticks. If the Velcro doesn't stick, I'm going to try some super glue. Maybe that'll make them stick. C- is not too bad considering I only gave $26 for it, and it did come from Amazon. So which means it probably came from China. Overall, not too bad considering what some of the dashes I've seen in these cars have looked like before. This one probably would have ended up looking like that. I suspect that somebody kept this car in a garage. Is the reason why the dash was in as good a shape as it was in. But it was quickly becoming not so good. All right, guys, if you've got a Toyota with a dash that's sticky, you might want to try this. There's some other options out there. If you come up with a better idea, it works better, please let me know down in the comments. We may try that. We'll try something until we get something we like. But we'll see how this one does. I think it's going to be okay. If you enjoyed this video, I think you should definitely watch this video.